Let me sit down.
Hi, Caitlin. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm Miranda. I'm a caseworker here at the facility, my sister's house, and I heard that you're interested in our program.
I am, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about your situation?
I'm currently trying to cut all ties and leave my boyfriend that I'm with right now.
Okay. Why do you want to leave him?
We've had issues in the past with domestic violence and just issues with our relationship. They hadn't happened and like they started like a couple years ago and then they stopped and now like the past couple months it's like been reoccurring like with issues, so I just can't deal with it.
How long have y'all been together?
We've been together for over 4 years now.
Okay. And are y'all from here?
No, we are from Florida and we moved here about a year and a half ago now.
Okay. So does any of your other family members or anything?
No, they're all in Florida. I don't talk to them anymore, and he is part of the reason why we don't talk. So, yeah, so I have no family here.
So he's isolated you a little bit from
Pretty much,
people
yeah.
that
Like
care about you.
issues in the past, we've had problems with like when he gets upset. Like the beginning of it a couple years ago was he would get upset over like just anything and he would break stuff, like not only his stuff would break my stuff, and we've always lived together, so I mean it wasn't just his things getting torn to pieces. It was stuff that was valuable to me, and so that started happening and he promised me he would control himself better, and he did, and then it was like it stopped and then it came back. Like he would just get jealous if I hung out with people he didn't know, like just always accuse me of like just being up to no good when I would literally be at work like working, and he would think I was out and about with other people. So I basically borderline got fired because he had called me so many times at work one day and it was just getting redundant. So it was embarrassing too.
Yeah.
So I stopped working there as much, and my social life that I kind of started when we moved here pretty much came to a slow and steady halt real quick from him just basically dictating and making me feel bad. Like it would make me feel bad that he would think that I would be out doing stuff, and then it would make me mad because he would think that, and it was just too much. And so we talked about it, and I pretty much like not justifying how he treated me because I should be able to talk to whoever I want, but I basically didn't talk to anybody but him. Like, and my family doesn't talk to me. Like, my friends before we left all pretty much cut ties with me because of him. So I literally left with him, and that's it.
Yeah. Does anyone know that you're here? Help?
No.
No. Is there any way for him to find out?
I don't think so, just because, I mean, we don't talk. I mean, we talk to the same people, but I haven't talked to none of them. No. Like, I mean, they've seen like they know what's going on, but I haven't reached out to anybody to say, yeah, hey, I want to leave him and I'm going to.
Okay.
So.
What triggers him usually? Like when he comes home, if he comes home to you just not there, does he get angry? Or
yeah, he gets mad like if I'm not there, or like if I tell him like I'll be there in 20 minutes or something and I'm late. Like he doesn't think like, oh, if there's traffic, or if I don't answer my phone, like it's not, oh, did her phone die because she's on the phone, or like just irrational things. Like he doesn't think of any logic outside. Like he just assumes the worst right away. So I mean, there's that, and then the jealousy thing. Like when I started working and meeting new people, and I would like tell him about like these people I'd meet, he would be like jealous. Like, or if I would ask them, tell him like they wanted to hang out with me and stuff, like he would get mad. Like if he wasn't invited, or if it was like not even like guys that would ask me to hang out like after work or have a drink. Like girlfriends who would ask me to go
no matter who
during
it
the
was.
day. Like, he would be like, "You're out and about. Like, you don't invite me and stuff. Like, we're together all the time. I left my whole life. I lost my family, my friends because of you."
And you need some space.
Right. And then it's just like, he makes me like, I don't know. It's just like making me feel like I'm like acknowledging the whole situation now versus like justifying all of his actions.
Yeah. And you said that it's been happening for a while now. And what is it that made you stay with him?
I mean, I don't know. Part of it was because we were together for so long, and it's like I feel like he knows me. Like, he really, I mean, it's the longest person I've ever been with. Like, and it's not like we dated for a couple years and then moved in. Like, no, we dated for like a couple months and moved in together. So like,
moved to another state together.
Right. And it's like, I feel like if anyone knows me, like, it's him. And so it's like, I don't know how to be like that with somebody else, I guess. Like, open myself up. And it's like, he's broken me down to the point where I'm like, I don't even know if anybody could love me, or the fact that I'm not like, I don't antagonize him when he has these like rages, but I mean, I don't sit there and keep my mouth shut.
Does that usually make him more angry
and that makes
more
him
physical?
Then that like turns into physical, and it's like, I try not to say anything when like the anger and like breaking stuff, but it's like I can only like hold my tongue or like sit there and see my stuff and like sentimental things, like stuff that I've got from people who've passed away, like, so it's like things that I'll never get back. So of course I can't sit there and not say anything, but at the same time I shouldn't be in that situation. And it's like, I don't have anybody here, I don't have a support system, so that's why I'm here. I don't know what to do.
You feel stuck a little bit.
Right.
Has he ever threatened your family?
In the past, and that's part of the reason why they have no communication with me, because they think that they gave me an out to leave him and to move to a different state out of Florida, and I chose to stay in Florida, and then I moved out of state with him. So,
when's the last time you talked to your parents?
We moved here 1.5 years ago, and it was probably a couple months before that, so it's probably been about over 2 years now.
Okay. What do you want? What are your goals for this process? Are you willing to, are you gonna want to move back home? Are you?
I mean, I would like to move back home, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to go back home to where everyone who doesn't want anything to do with me because of the person now that I don't want anything to do with. And it's like, I don't want to go back there and then tell me I told you so, because that's just only going to make it harder for me. But at the same time, I know they love me, but I need something like right now. Like, that may be a solution like further down the road, but right now, I
to get on your feet a little bit for yourself
before I can move let alone move out of state,
And you mentioned that he would get angry about you having a job and working so much. So do you have a job currently, working part-time or anything?
No, I actually lost my job it was 2 weeks ago, and it was because of him getting jealous and just freaking out. He would call my work. Every shift I had would call like 20 to 30 times through one shift, and wouldn't even call, just ask for me, like would call to ask who's working and just like see who is like just checking, but crazily like checking up on me. So I ended up losing my job.
So they kind of took it out on you and stuff.
Yeah, and it's embarrassing. Like, I didn't want to try to keep my job there because I have to go back to that every day now. That they all know what my home situation's like, and I don't know. I just don't like to mix what my home life is with my work life, So that happened, and then the past like 2 weeks since it happened, I've just been miserable because now he makes me feel bad that I don't have a job. because I'm not working, and I'm like, I don't have a job because of you.
Yeah.
And so he went to work this morning, and that's when I just had this epiphany, and I left. And I have a car. I do have that, and I packed my car with everything I could get that in my car that was valuable, and I left everything else.
Okay. Have you talked to authorities about it, or in the past, or
in the past
currently?
I have. Mainly my parents did most of it because I mean they were the ones who had called and had dealt with the situation, and they had like pressed charges and stuff. But when it came down to me, I had dropped the charges, so I haven't pressed charges or anything like that on him in a really long time.
Okay, well, we actually here at the facility have a police officer in the building at all times, and I think it would be great for you. If you don't want to press charges, it's totally up to you what you want to do, but if you'd like to talk to them just so they have it on record and maybe get a report where he can't come near you, that would probably be best in your best interest, just to have it documented. And if you'd like to talk to him, we could go over there. And we also have a bed that's available for tonight if you'd like to stay here, because it's probably the safest thing for you.
That would be awesome.
Yeah. And just have you ever talked to a therapist or anything, or?
I have in the past, but like not for anything that has to do with like relationships or anything.
Well, are you wanting to talk to someone maybe?
I think it would be helpful.
Yeah. Well, we have a pet therapy, we have art therapy, music therapy, to fit your needs if you'd like to look into that as well.
Okay.
Well, then let's go talk to the officer, and then we could sit down and go over a plan for getting you on your feet.
Okay. Absolutely. Right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.